Okay, so good evening, everyone. So today we are going to record our group discussion video 3, and we are from group 66 LAX2047 Poetic Society. So before we go to start our group discussion video 3, let us start with self-introduction first. So I will start with myself first. So my name is Chua Jimin, and my metric number is 194850, and I am final year student for this Bachelor of Nursing. So I'll pass the floor to the next person.
Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Ng Siu Ying with the matrix number 194845. So I'm also a final year nursing student. Thank you. Next, I will pass to the third person.
Hi, my name is Chong Xing. My matric number is 194026, and I'm nursing final year student as well.
Hi, my name is my matric number is 194889, and I am nursing final year student also.
Hi, good evening. My name is Chang Ka Wei. My matric number is 194391. I'm also a final year nursing student as well.
Hello everyone, my name is Yuan Zhang. My matric number is 195434. I'm also a final year student.
Okay, so nice to meet you all again in group discussion video 3. So today our group discussion video 3, we are going to discuss the same topic, which is the COVID-19, but will be presented by the next group, which consists of Ng Siu Ying, Xiao Siu Wei, and Ran Zhang Li. So three of them will present the poem to us. So the other group will try to understand it and give some feedback. So I will pass the floor to Ng and the group.
All right, thank you, Chua. Xiao, can you share screen? All right, so we are from group 2, so we also will presented a poem related to COVID-19. So basically, we are having 5 paragraphs for this poem. So the first paragraph will be like introduction, and then the last paragraph will like a conclusion like that. And then the 3 paragraph in the middle is describe 3 different situation related to COVID-19. So I will start with the introduction first. So the first paragraph, it sounds like, though we know coronavirus is just a mindless virus, we just can't imagine how this crisis affects us. From younger to older, everyone is scared of it. So basically, this is just an introduction that we know coronavirus is a like no healing organism, but it have a huge impact towards us, and we at first we really can't imagine how this pandemic affect us, but it's really give a huge and many maybe we will have some not really good like good it gives us a bad effect to us lah. So it's affect from younger to older, and everyone is scared of it. Yep. So this is just a introduction for our poem. So next, for the second paragraph. Okay, so for the second paragraph, I will pass to Zhang Li to explain about it.
Okay, for the paragraph 2, because of COVID-19, fewer people are on the streets. No one takes care of the vendor's business. Earning a living becomes harder. all we left is endless economy full of medication on the faces. When will this crisis end? This paragraph means because of COVID-19, many people cannot go out, and the go to work will become very difficult. No, if a family without work, there means there without money, there cannot live to carry on if there without money. This is meaning for this paragraph. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Zhang Li. So for the third paragraph, because of COVID-19, our footsteps to everywhere are restricted. Some are happy, some are not. In a quiet and empty space, there always be someone who feels alone, overwhelmed by fear and insecurity, emotions dragging down deeper and deeper from hope to despair. So basically for this paragraph, it's more like to mention about our mental status. Because of COVID-19, many people will face many mental illness. For example, is depression and etc. So because of COVID-19, our movement are restricted, and this movement restriction will cause some people to feel happy and some are not. So for the happiness, maybe for those who with their family members, yeah, can spend more time with them. And because of the movement restriction, some of the people may not with the family member, they may be staying away from home, and they will be alone in a house like that. So the fourth line is talk about in a quiet and empty space, there always be someone who feels alone. So there will be someone who you always feel alone when during this pandemic, during this movement restriction order, and this might affect them, that might affect them emotionally. Maybe they will have something depression and also or other medical illness like that. So they will like overwhelmed by fear and insecurity, and their emotion keep on dragging them down and down. So maybe they can't seek for help because of movement restriction order, and they will just feel like they are alone, and they didn't have any direct contact with other people, and sometimes they can't find a solution for their own difficulty. So they will have a mental illness. So the last line will be from hope to despair. So maybe at first during the movement restriction order, we still have hope that this pandemic will go on, will end soon. But until now, the pandemic is still continues, and maybe it's for someone, they will feel like, oh, they will be at hope at first, but when the situation didn't like seems to be an end, so it may go to a despair for them. So this is what I want to bring up some awareness about the mental health status during this COVID-19 pandemic. So that's all from me. So for the next paragraph, I will pass to Xiao. Thank you.
Okay, so the next paragraph is talk about the overloaded hospital and the burnout of the healthcare workers. So because of COVID-19, healthcare facilities are the most crowded. Death and grief are more than ever. All the hours of day and night, frontline heroes are fighting for life. Sweat and tears, fatigue and desperate. Though weary and worn, they continue still. So this one is because of the pandemic, the street is silent, but the healthcare facilities are the most crowded place, and people also suffer death and grief more than ever. Means in the past, uh, the number of death and grief during this pandemic is higher compared to the past. And the frontline workers also working non-stop to save the life, and they are full of sweat and tears behind uh, behind them, serving the patient. They are fatigued and desperate because they work so hard to save the life, but the case still increasing. So they are desperate, and the heavy workload also make them fatigued and exhausted. Though, though, though worry and want they continue still, but although they are exhausted and they still continue to fight against the COVID, save the life of the others, treat the ill patient. And for the ending, COVID battle never stops. Play your part together with fight. So this ending is to urge everyone to play their part, like wash hands, keep a distance, and put on mask. So together we fight against the COVID-19. That's all from us. So any comments from my friends?
Xiao, can you go to first slide? Okay, so another members maybe can give us some opinion or feedback for our poem.
I'm waiting for the first slide.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay, so I will comment first. So, in overall, it's very good because it's very organized, and from the start, it start with a short intro and like introducing about the situation now, which is the coronavirus. And then you guys go to the second slide. And then you guys have the details because each of you guys are writing your own part, right? But you guys are linked together. So you guys start with the because of COVID-19. So we can see you guys are communicating well. So you guys like make it not so weird and awkward when we're seeing the poem. So because of COVID-19 and the Zhang Ling mentioned about the economic things and the people and the vendors. And then for Ng is mentioned about the mental health or of the individual, and Xiao is telling about the heroes, which is the healthcare providers, their efforts. And then with the conclusion, which is encouraging people to play their roles in the part of fighting the coronavirus. So I think your guys' poem is very organized. And just a small comment is about cell part is the, can you move to the last slide? I think for the sentence sweat and tears, fatigue and desperate, you can change to into the same category, which is fatigue and desperation, or you change it, make it into the same category, because fatigue is the noun or word, and then the desperate is an adjective. So you can change it into the same category, so make it more look like more poetic a bit.
Okay, thank you, Sean.
Okay.
So I will be the next to comment, but most of the comment already commented by Chong. So for me, is that overall it's quite good because like last video you actually mentioned that we did not put all the uh, global issue inside like mental health or the economic issue, and you did it in your poem, so it's a very good job. And actually I can see, and most of us can see the effort you put in this poem. And this poem is very, for me it's very attractive, as it's like it's not only mentioned about COVID-19, and it's also provide some advice for us, like what is currently happening to us. Like for the, if not mistaken, it's the third paragraph, like for they mentioned about the mental health status. Like I just received a message in our group chat from our management. We have one student in UPM. It just like jumped from I'm not sure where, but she actually jumped into a Tanki UPM. So where is that like suicide case? I think this is a suicide case. So like one of the, like because of mental health during the COVID-19. So actually this could be like a warning for us, for all of us, that COVID-19 actually have very big impact from physically and mentally, even eventually our economic. So like the healthcare providers, they all have a very big stress. So actually, you guys has mentioned all the current issue and most like what is actually happening to our country. And then one of this is actually in Malaysia, our COVID case is keep increasing. It's most probably is our fourth wave. So yeah, so hopefully like your conclusion is that most of us have to do our job, keep the social distancing, wash hand, and make sure we do our own responsibility. Yeah. So I'll pass the floor to Chan maybe.
Okay. We still have time, right?
Yes, yes. We
Oh,
have.
okay. So overall, I think it's a very good poem because you guys include all the all the issues regarding to COVID, which is the first part is the economy, and then the second part is the social life of the community, and then the last part is about the healthcare system. So I think it's very good because you guys include all the global issue regarding to the COVID-19, and I think you guys make effort because it seems so organized, and actually there are many ways to convey in a message. It's like we can write a lyrics poem or delivering through an image. So I think this poem really delivering the message that you guys want to bring out. So yes, for me it's very good. Thank you.
So I think all of us have commented to your group poem. So overall, it's very good job and very uh, like very well done to all of you. So I think if there is not any others comment, then maybe Sarah you can stop sharing. Then yeah. So maybe here we're going to end our group discussion tree, and we're going to meet again for our group discussion 4 and so on. So I think we have still have 3 video to record. So yeah, so before we end, so I just to remind that our next poem is actually actually about the marine conservation, is it? The marine conservation. So both of the group, so like my group and Earn group, actually we need to write the poem regarding the marine conservation for our group discussion video 4 and video 5. And for the video 6, we actually have to choose one of the best poem from each global issue, like such as from COVID-19 and marine conservation. So that's all from me. Is there any question? If not, then we're going to stop here. No question, right? So thank you guys. So good evening and thank you so much for participating today video group discussion video 3. Thank you so